What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today we're going to be taking a look at all of the games that are launching alongside the Xbox Series X and S. For the rest of this video, I'm just going to call it the Xbox 4, and that's going to be in reference to both of the new consoles, the S and the X. It's just easier to say Xbox 4, and it's less of a tongue twister. So these are all the games that are going to be basically either upgraded versions of their Xbox One version or launching in an enhanced state or on the Xbox 4. It's a little bit of an interesting launch for Microsoft because while there's definitely games that are going to look awesome on the new hardware, there's not that like one killer thing that's only playable on the new hardware. It's a strange launch in that way. I don't think it's necessarily a weak launch lineup, but I also don't feel like you're really missing out by waiting till next year to upgrade. You might be missing out. You might be playing the same game on an Xbox One with like a slightly slower frame rate or less high-res visuals or longer loading times, but you're still playing the same game. You're not really missing out on a gameplay experience. Your gameplay experience just might not be as high-end as somebody who's playing on the next-gen consoles. It reminds me a lot of upgrading a computer this round, is that when you upgrade your computer, you're not necessarily given access to more games. You may be if there were some games that you just couldn't run on your old computer, but the games that you are playing are just going to play at faster frame rates with higher resolution, possibly load faster. All of the things that the Xbox 4 are giving players, that's really what's happening here. And it's interesting. I wonder how the market's going to react to it. I definitely believe that both of the new consoles, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox 4, are going to sell out initially. Over the next year, 2 years, it'll be interesting how customers kind of react to these new structures, like how these companies are now approaching the upgrade path and the power of the consoles, as well as having two different power of consoles on the Xbox side. So without too much more, I just want to explain the differences between what you'll see in this list. If you see smart delivery next to a game, such as Assassin's Creed Valhalla here, that means that if you buy the Xbox One version, you kind of also own the Xbox 4 version. So that'll work on the Series S or the Series X and be, have upgraded feature sets, maybe higher resolution, higher frame rate, faster loading times. So that's just so you know. Also, Game Pass, obviously, if it's on Xbox Game Pass, it's on Xbox Game Pass. You'll be able to play it if you have a Game Pass subscription. And there's quite a few games that are offering both of these, but there are some games that you're going to have to buy specifically on the Xbox 4 as well. So one more note before we get into the list is that there are some games that are launch window games but aren't happening on the day one launch. So Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is November 13th, which is only 3 days after launch. Destiny 2 Beyond Light is coming November 10th, a full month after launch. The Medium is on December 10th, again, a full month after launch. And Cyberpunk 2077 launches November 19th, 9 days after launch. So while those aren't going to be available on day one, they're kind of launch window games, and they're something that you'll be playing pretty quickly after launch. And those are pretty heavy hitters, in my opinion. Cyberpunk 2077, I don't think I've ever seen a game hyped as much as this game by the community. The Medium looks very interesting. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, it's the most interesting Call of Duty I've seen since possibly Call of Duty Black Ops 1. And Destiny 2 Beyond Light, obviously, I'm a huge fan of that game as well. So let's get into the games that are going to be available to play on your Xbox Series X or S on day one. So, of course, we've got Assassin's Creed Valhalla with smart delivery. Borderlands 3 also with smart delivery. Bright Memory 1.0. Cuisine Royale will have smart delivery. Dead by Daylight will have Xbox Game Pass and smart delivery. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Dirt 5 will have smart delivery. Enlisted, Evergate. The Falconeer will have smart delivery. Fortnite. Forza Horizon 4 will have Xbox Game Pass and smart delivery. Gears 5, again with Game Pass and smart delivery. Gears Tactics, Grounded, Oddball, King Oddball, Maneater, and Manifold Garden will all have smart delivery. NBA 2K21, Observer System Redux, Ori and the Will of the Wisps will have Xbox Game Pass and Smart Delivery. Planet Coaster with Smart Delivery. Sea of Thieves, Game Pass and Smart Delivery. Tetris Effect Connected, Game Pass and Smart Delivery. The Tourist with Game Pass and Smart Delivery. War Thunder with Smart Delivery. Warhammer Chaos Bane Slayer Edition. Watch Dogs Legion with Smart Delivery. WRC 9 FIA World Rally Championship with Smart Delivery. Yakuza Like a Dragon with Smart Delivery. And Yes, Your Grace with Smart Delivery. So Microsoft is saying that there are 30 Xbox One and Xbox S optimized titles available day one. And it's a good list of games. It's a list of games that I could get pretty excited. Obviously, the month after launch includes arguably the most exciting games on the list, right? With Call of Duty Black Ops, The Medium, Cyberpunk 2077, and Destiny 2. But day one, you're definitely not going to lack anything to play. And if you do have Game Pass, you're going to, right out of the gate, have a bunch of games to play. Dead by Daylight, Forza, Gears of War 5, Gears Tactics, that's a tongue twister, Grounded, what else is on there? Ori, Will of the Wisps, Sea of Thieves, Tetris Effect Connected, The Tourist. All of those games will be available day one on Game Pass. So if you're already a Game Pass subscriber, you can just download and get to playing those right away. And then any of the games that with Smart Delivery, you'll be able to buy now or when they are released. And then when you get your Xbox One X, you'll be able to play them immediately as well with the upgraded visuals, frame rate, loading times, all the stuff that the new Xbox offers you. It's an interesting launch. It's not something I've ever seen. We've always had ported titles, right? Any launch that I can remember in the modern era has always had, the Xbox 360 launched with a bunch of upgraded versions of Xbox original games, and the Xbox One launched with a bunch of upgraded versions of Xbox 360 games. Same on the PlayStation side. This is not uncommon for a launch. It's just weird that there's no one game that's like, you can only play this. This experience is only available on the next generation console. I think that really shows where Microsoft's head is, though, is that they're not about selling, exclusivity in this hardware. They want everybody to get the game, but if you want the best experience, of course, you're going to have to pay for the newest console. It's an odd strategy. It definitely reminds me more of the, buying a PC graphics card and upgrading as you go, and the games you already play get better and better with the new hardware. It's interesting. I do like that Smart Delivery is a thing that hasn't been something you can do in the past. If you played Gun on the original Xbox and then wanted to play it on the Xbox 360, you had to buy another copy. Same with Call of Duty. Same with a ton of games. Any game that you wanted to upgrade, you just had to buy a new copy of the game. So Smart Delivery is actually a really nice feature, as is Game Pass. And that's really the strength of the Xbox launch here, is that, yeah, the console itself costs a bunch of money, either $300 or $500, but the games represent a much better value because you are getting the Smart Delivery system as well as Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is the killer app in the gaming industry right now. It's very compelling to any player who has access to it, whether it's on PC or the Xbox console. And to me, it's really the reason to own an Xbox right now. Even if you have a PC, as I do, I play my PC games in the office, but when I want to play in the living room, it's all about Xbox. I just don't enjoy the PC on a TV experience. It's just too clunky for me. So that's it. What do you guys think about the Xbox Series X and S launch lineup? Are you guys kind of disappointed that Halo's not in there? Are you disappointed that there's no, this is the Xbox Series X killer app, you can only play it here? Or are you kind of happy that no matter what hardware you have, you still have access to all the great games, but the more you spend, obviously, the better those games will look? Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.